Well, hello, and welcome back. And surprise, didn't actually wait 5 minutes. So I just had my meeting and now I'm picking back up where I left off before it's too late. Yeah. I probably also need to get this phone down now because it is no longer serving its purpose as. What was I can't even think. All right. And of course we're gonna have let's start this off with a nice warm sip of Mr. Mountain Dew. Another. Actually, not another. Limiting my intake. I had two today. I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh. Currently streaming no game. That's weird. Shouldn't it say I'm streaming software and something or other? All right. Well, whatever. Here we go. So what I did was I had this function. I'm not really clear. Oh, it's at a different level of thing. That's why. Okay, I get it now. So I have this challenge, and the chat at this level. I okay, never mind. I was trying to figure out why my is fresh and my must fresh were one was encapsulating the other, and it just had something to do with these duration and max attempts. I actually don't remember what duration was supposed to mean. Must fresh? Must be, meaning must be fresh. Let me see what this was related to. If now minus date is less than duration, then this is expired. Okay. So we want to check freshness after. The thing I was just saying is that I want to make sure that the check for the challenge, let's see, if not, this is just the check. Await challenge check. Wait a minute, doesn't check call must fresh? I think it does. Oh, it calls increment on failure. An increment on failure calls must fresh. Okay. So that's what I got to figure out. Hey, what's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to call you This Is. Did I ever teach a class? I have taught a class. I've been a guest lecturer, and the idea with the Beyond Code channel was quick. Oh, that's easy. Thank you. The idea with Beyond Code was to create a channel in which we had lesson type material. It just hasn't materialized in the way that I thought it should be. Okay. I lost my train of thought there. Actually, I got a message right as I should stop looking at messages. I have them up on this screen so that when we have, somebody makes a comment that doesn't work for the chat that goes on the Discord, I can read it. But then sometimes somebody messages me something and it just takes me out of the zone. Anyway, so I need to check this must fresh stuff. Must fresh. Codes match. Let me go figure out. Here it is. So this one, we want to get the challenge. We want to check that the challenge is fresh. I don't think we need to do that yet. We can check the challenge first. But then we've got the problem of return C. So I see why that was done. So why are we saying code? Yes. So we basically just need to check this in two places. I guess we don't need the return C here because we also have the return C here. So we could probably get rid of that and then move this one down to here. And this would be appropriate. But if check is already calling it, we need an else is what we need. So this is the rare, rare opportunity for an else. This is the exception to the rule because we literally want to do either one thing or the other thing. So in general, if you've been on the channel for a bit, you know, I always say else is a code smell. You should pretty much never have an else, but this is the rare exception. Literally, I'm checking one thing or the other thing. Let's see. Can we do with this one? I don't think if C exchanged at, this one can go down here. Oh no, that can stay the same way that it was, right? Again, what I'm trying to do is stack the errors so that errors related to invalid codes come first, and that if the problem is simply that it's not fresh, that it's expired or something, that it might still be useful because we could still say, well, if the person's logged in and they use this invite link, we can redirect them to the thing they were invited to, even though it's expired. So I originally created this for login, but now I realize I want to use it for invite as well. Okay, so there's the increment on failure, and that comes from check and that. Okay, I'm checking the same things over and over again because I'm bad at writing code and all code is confusing. That's why. So Queequeg, I am curious. You asked, have I ever taught a class? And what is the purpose of that question? All right, so we want to be able to get, yeah, cancel. That makes sense. We can only cancel something if it's fresh enough to cancel. Sure. Oh, I've just got a good speaking voice. Oh, well, thank you. What is up? Carrying on. Okay, carrying on. Can y'all hear my daughter singing from the bathtub upstairs? Okay, so if not, this is redundant, this bit right here. We don't need this because that will be caught further down the line. So if it's redeemed, but what can we do? Challenge check. I'm a little confused here. So I can check the challenge if I get it. This is exchanged. If exchanged at, the code is redeemed. So this could actually be a positive indicator. And this would be a negative indicator right here. So the must fresh can go down below. All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I'm AJ, and I am working on transitioning some authentication code to also work for invites. So basically, it can be a magic link to log you in, or it can be a magic link that logs you in, creates your account, and invites you to a particular resource. So I'm moving the errors so that errors that are less important come later on, because we do care. You cannot exchange. You can't use this for an exchange if you've already exchanged it. But if you've already exchanged it, that type of error means no problem. It's just you've already exchanged it, so it could still be useful. If it's not verified, then that's not going to be useful. And if it's not fresh, it's expired, then it's not going to be useful. So I think we could go either way on this. I think we could put that one before or after. I think we want to put it before, because if it's expired, then it can never be verified. So that's important that error comes before. So I think I might just go from the top and walk down to make sure that my errors are coming in the right order on each of these. So on a create, we can't get this type of error at all anyway, so that's not a problem. On a get, that's just sanitizing. That's doing a get and sanitize. Same thing, that's doing a set and sanitize. Okay, so notify. is going to be where we wrap the sending the email bits. Okay. And then, interesting that I chose to do it that way, having this just be in a closure rather than attached. I don't remember why I did that, but I'm going to leave it that way for now. Okay. And then, so when I check, I'm going to get it. I'm going to check it. We don't have a code, so we just want to check the status on it is what this one is about. Okay. So if there is a code, we're going to end up calling mustFresh within check. Otherwise, we're going to call mustFresh directly. And mustFresh will throw. That's why I called it must. This is a convention in Go, and I'm bringing it over to JavaScript with me. But you say must XYZ, and that means if it doesn't XYZ, then it's going to panic or it's going to throw. All right. And then with the redeem, we want to check. And if we were able to check it. So again, I think I don't have to do this. Nope, bless me. Because if the check fails, okay, yeah. To do stale can see status, expired cannot. Let me think about this. Redeem with the code. So we want to check if the code is correct. I got to think about this one because I probably need to do a try catch around this. Or do a dot catch. Let's see. If it's expired, what do I want to do here? How should I handle this redeem? So the purpose of the redeem is to use the code. And to consume the code. So we have a security code, we're consuming the security code. And so the check is going to call mustFresh. Right? Let me, and I put that down below. So what I want to make sure is that any stale or refresh error is going to be one of the last possible errors. And that's I think that's still what I want right here. Okay, and this one's just receipt-based. It's not code-based. So that one is just checking to see whether it was there or not. Okay. I think I'm in the right place now. What we want to do with the check is we want to have a slowdown in place, and it is indeed on failure. I wonder how many other places is this there? Oh, it's only right here. Oh, but we did want to have, I have this little wrapper bit here is why this is interesting. Okay, right. Okay, I encapsulated everything in here on purpose so that this can just have the, it has the sleep, and it has this guard of attempts. And that's why it's nested down here, increment on failure. Okay. Okay. And then again. So if success return. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I'm just having to double check the same thing pretty much over and over again. It's a little tough. You soldiering on, Queequeg? All right, you have a good one. Feel free to like and sub and follow if you want to. I do educational content from time to time. There's another channel. Yeah. There's another channel that's specifically Beyond Code Bootcamp. That's where when clips come out of this, where we do a little bit of Q&A or something, somebody asks a question and I go on a little rant to answer it. The Beyond Code Bootcamp channel is where the clips get uploaded. And then the Cool Age 86 channel is predominantly live streams and more unstructured content. But you have a good one. Thanks for joining in. I kind of just want to remix these. Okay. So redeemed is valid. Yeah, okay. So invalids come after redeemed. That's the primary thing. Note. Redeemed means, let's see, all other checks passed. So I ran the check here, which eventually, okay, stale can see status, expired cannot. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But I think I'm kind of covering that use case already with the changes I've already made. Hey, Josh. So in the previous video, we had this discussion about inverting a binary tree. And Elon here, Akshat, suggests that we should clip that. And I do not disagree. So whatever number this is, it's both live at work and JS off. The previous number is where we had that conversation. We kind of had a bit of back and forth in there, so I'm not sure what bounds to scope it at. But I think this would be a good one for the Cool Age 86 channel. Probably not the Bites of Wisdom channel, but yeah, it's a fun one. Good thinking there, Elon. Nice to know you've got your head on your shoulders.
It's leaking again.
No way.
A lot.
A lot? Oh, I need to go look at something. BRB. Let me put up my BRB. We'll just put up this one. I'll be back in a moment. It's making worse. Oh, we got a leak. We're not sure how to fix it. So I just threw up the getting the door. I wasn't getting the door. It's that there's a leak upstairs and the bathroom is leaking into the kitchen. And this just started recently and it gets worse every time. So we've had somebody come over to fix it. And then it got worse. And so he did more. And then it got worse again. So the kitchen floor is wet. And I'm not really sure how the kitchen floor can be so incredibly wet. I think what may have happened, I don't know. I think that there may be I don't know, there's been multiple leaks. They fixed one thing and I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. Not a memory leak. No, it's a water leak. It's definitely a water leak. We can tell the difference with those. So yeah, but it is leaking worse than we've ever seen it right now, and I just don't know what to do about that. And we are worried that that the landlord is going to peg us for damages, but we don't understand why it's leaking into the kitchen from the bathroom upstairs. So I don't know. I think that when they built this complex, they did a lot of shortcut workmanship. No surprise. And I think the way that they put down the tiles, the house has settled. And so throughout the house, the tiles are broken everywhere. They're broken in the kitchen. Well, everywhere there's tiles are broken. So there's tiles in the kitchen. There's tiles in the upstairs bathrooms. I don't know where else there's tiles. I think it's just those three places. And the tiles are broken everywhere. And so what I think what might be happening is that as the house settled, because they didn't set the tiles level and properly, and they didn't measure things properly, and the I don't know, the tiles are all breaking, and so the what is it called? The mortar that goes in between the tiles is now leaky. So anytime their water gets on the floor, water goes through the floor into the kitchen. I think they just need to redo the whole thing. I don't know. It's kind of freaky. Yeah. Anyway, let me get back to the code problem here at hand. So we are. I was looking to see where all the checks are. So this is the redeem. And again, we make sure that the check comes increment on failure. If there's no code, it's invalid. If it matches, must refresh. Okay. So basically, we need a particular invalid. We need an invalid that's not because of these soft reasons, but that's because of a hard reason. Such as that it just straight up didn't match. Where's the wrong code at? Where's that one? Ecode retry. So maybe I want to throw not invalid there, but retry. Let me try this. I kind of want a new error, ecode missing. I think I'm gonna create a new error for that. Because I want a completely different error type. E dot. Let's see what are all the E dots we use here. We use developer error on the check. Use developer error. ID is missing from the query parameters. I think this should be a developer error. I think that's what it should be. If code, check. Okay, we've got code redeemed. Which actually we don't need this one here either, right? Because we've already verified that that's happening in the must refresh. Suspicious request. Enhance your calm. Code missing. And I think this is where I want to say this is developer error. Okay. Or was that just in check? Well, I need to make sure I get my stuff right between check and must refresh. Okay, so if not code, code is missing from the request parameters. Sure, we can call it parameters. Then we don't need. Or do we just do developer error? Not C. Okay, so not C is different though. Not C is what should this be? I need to think on it a little bit more. Because not having a code is a developer error. I'll drink to that. Oh, hey everybody. Hey, just a reminder, friendly reminder. If you are interested in the channel, if you find this to be interesting, entertaining, help you sleep at night, whatever it may be, please consider a like, sub, follow, and all the things. Yeah. How do I solve this particular problem? What? Okay, so we do need the if not C here for the must fresh. So let me come again and find. Yeah, because we could not have C here, right? What does Git guarantee us? Git tells us, yeah, it's gonna get store.get. So is that gonna be a problem for us? Store. So how about that store? Okay, so I think that we actually do need. This is going to throw an error. If we do an object.keys on null, that's going to throw an error. So I think we need an if not C here. We need to do something. Hey, what's up, Kai? How you doing? Oh no, dear Hish. You just see a black screen. What platform are you on? You're on Twitch, but are you on an iPhone? Are you on Android? Are you on a desktop? Are you on Chrome? Are you on Safari? Because that problem happens, and I don't know what the solution is, but I think it's related to a specific platform. Because sometimes people tell me that. They say, oh, yeah, the screen's black, but it's just black for them and it's not black for anybody else. And when I've seen it myself, I have not been able to figure out how to fix it. It's just it gets fixed by itself magically later. You could also try on YouTube, youtube.com/coolaj86. I joined YouTube early enough that I do have just that. So, yeah. Let's see. So I think now I need to go check where all the challenge.get is. Okay, so I think I need to throw the C doesn't exist error somewhere else. I'm going to do a git diff just so I can kind of peek at what this looked like before I started changing it. So I can find, oh no, I don't want to do a non-match. That's not what I want to do. I want to do a, can we do this? Can we do, there we go. Invalid code. That's all I got, but I don't want to use invalid code because I want this to have special meaning. E-code retry. Let me go check my README because I had these. Oh no! I need to take the trash to the curb. Did I take the trash to the curb already? I did not take the trash to the curb already. Okay, I will be right back. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I just got to take trash to the curb. Don't want to forget that. I'm a very forgetful person. And I'm back. Okay, Kai, let me take a look at your comments here and answer your question. Okay. Yes, this is my code. I am working on, this is not for JWT. This is for, it's a magic link mechanism. So you've seen this with maybe Slack, Medium, lots of websites use this because it tends to be more convenient and secure unless you really have a really, really good password manager that works across all operating systems and browsers and phones, etc. But we want it to be more than a magic link because we want to be able to use it as an invite as well. So if I send an invite to you and you're on our platform, it should give you access to the resource I'm inviting you to, the share, the shared folder or the shared document or whatever it is. And if you're not a user on the platform, then it should sign you up and give you access to that thing and log you in. And if you're not logged in, then it should log you in and give you access to that thing. And if you are logged in, then it should redirect you to that thing. So we want it to fulfill all those roles. So it's just one link does the right thing no matter what state you're in. And if you go back and use it later, when it's expired, if it's an invite to a resource, it should still redirect you to that resource, even though the link is expired. So because you're still logged in and you still have access to it. So if it shouldn't grant you access if it's expired, but if it's expired, it should still let you get to it if you're logged in. So I'm redoing the error codes so that I can document a consistent way of saying, if you get this type of error code, it's okay. You can move on. All right. My Git Diff highlighting is nice. How did I do that? webinstall.dev/delta. So check this out. Come on, Kai. You know me by now. You know that any tool that I have is going to be on webinstall.dev. So this is the pager. It's called a pager. This is the pager that I'm using. And so it gives you these kinds of diffs. So I don't have it set up everywhere yet, but where I do have it set up, then it is set up. Yeah. I think I'm using the GitHub theme. I don't know what theme I'm using, to be honest. Anyway, so with this code, we have an invalid, meaning that I think maybe I just want to have a bad ID. And really, I want these statuses to be, let's see, can I change these to 401? Is that going to kill anybody? I don't think it's going to kill anybody. So invalid is not a 401. Redeemed is not a 401. Retry is a 401. Or maybe 403. Should I use 401 or 403? What's more appropriate here? I think I want to use 403 in this case for forbidden. All right, let's go back to the lib errors here. Let's take a look at code redeemed, code retry, code invalid. Okay, so too many incorrect codes. Let's check on that because I need to make sure that my error codes are proper. So I think I want better than invalid. Is there some sort of word that means temporal anomaly? Okay, so this one needs to be different. So I want to split the invalids into two camps. Things that don't matter and things that do matter. Okay. Must fresh. So I kind of want this expired. Maybe we can do expired. I don't know. No, the link doesn't take a password with it. It takes a code. So it's not your password. It is you get a link. So whenever you do a magic login is often what it's called. You get something sent to your email, you click on it, and then it generally only lasts for a few minutes. But if we have extra data associated with it, such as something that's been shared to you, if you go back and click on it later, we want it not to allow you, we don't want it to be allowed to be used for login, but we still want it to be useful for following to the resource that it's supposed to go to or that it's associated with. So if somebody shares a document with you, and you get this magic link to the document, you click on the link in your email, and now we know somebody shared it with you at this email address. Therefore, boom, we go ahead and create your account and sign you in, right? But if you go click that link again, it's already been used. So you can't use it to sign in again because it's been exchanged. It's done. And if it's been 2 hours or 2 days or whatever it is, you can't use it to sign in or to create an account. But you could use it to get to the thing that it refers to because it's pulling double duty. It's signing you in and giving you access to a resource. So if it's correct but expired, you should still be able to get access to the resource that it belongs to. And so let's see, max attempts. I don't think I need to worry about this one. Okay. But this one needs to have its own particular error. And I'm not sure what it ought to be, but I don't want it to be code invalid. Well, I guess with this one, nothing comes back. So if it's invalid, but it's there, but I kind of want a word that's somewhere between invalid and expired. I don't know. Maybe I just call it bad ID. I don't know. Or code not found. Maybe. I don't know. Well, it's not about the code at this point. It really is the ID. It's ID not found. Code ID not found. I don't know. I just need to figure out what to call that particular error. Oops. Where was I in my README here? Oh, and the bot wants me to remind you to enjoy a good, healthy dose of creedsofcraftsmanship.com. Those are my curated links to talks and stuff. Yeah, I think that we could build a tree of referrals to the earlier comment there, Kai. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Redeemed is okay. Retry. Because this one, I guess what I wanted to separate it to things that could be retried and things that could not be retried. What else do I need to do? All right, I'm gonna look through this again. This is so dumb because I'm looking through the same thing over and over and over again, but it's the nature of the beast in this case. So let me check again. I don't know what to put here. That's still a question mark. Set, we don't need to worry about. Notify, we don't need to worry about right now. Didn't I put a TS ignore on here? Put one on there. Okay, so check. It's going to get the challenge. If it can't get it, then it's going to throw an error. It's going to check if there is a code. Otherwise, it's going to must fresh. Okay. And so there is a case where it can must fresh without checking, which is when we're just getting the status. But if we're getting the status, that's not the case we're concerned about. We're concerned with the redeem. And with the redeem, we're doing the full check because we want to be able to redeem, and with the exchange. So if it was successful in the past, that's the most important error that we care about, is that it was successful in the past. So let me think about this again. With the check and with the must fresh, if it was already successful, well, what if it even wasn't used in the past, but I still have access to the resource? That's the set of conditions I'm worried about right now. Holy moly! Hello, did we get raided here? Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So for your benefit, since it's such a large group of people, I just explained this, but I'll explain it again. Working on a magic link. The idea is that you can use this magic link both as part of the new account and the login process, but also to invite another user, and I'm swapping around the error codes so that I can signify that the code is valid, that the link is valid in terms of the secret of the link. The secret part of the link is valid, but it might be expired or something like that. But I don't care in this particular case, as long as the bytes are valid. I don't care, because if the user's logged in, we're going to redirect them to that resource. Okay, so the question, Raj, oh yeah, you just came over from Twitch because Twitch was showing a black screen for you. And by the way, if anybody else is having the problem with a black screen on Twitch, youtube.com/coolage86. Occasionally something weird happens on Twitch and some people see a black screen. So if that's you, just hop on over to YouTube, I guess. Okay. So like a handshake or double check, the idea sounds great, but when it is in there, they use it for the logins. And at this point, can someone take a closer look theoretically? Is it like a PW manager that generates some password, or I have a set one? No, this is a passwordless login. So let's take a look at, for example, if I were to go to, if I go to medium.com, I think they still do it this way. If I go sign in, you do not have an option to sign in with a password. You can put in your email and it will send you an email to log you in. That is often referred to as magic link. Slack does the same thing. Many systems work like this, where you can put in your email and it's going to send you an email with a link. So it's a one-time password. It's a magic link. but we want to be able to use it to associate other data with as well, because the mechanism is the same either way. The user's doing the same thing. So I think I know what I need to do here. Which is that there's only two flows I really care about for this. There's redeem. Really, it's just redeem. Redeem is the only flow that I care about for this. So that's what I need to focus on. I think I'm getting a little bit distracted. I'm a little bit in the weeds because I'm looking at these other things. I'm trying to figure out, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? But really, the only case that's going to be executed in this is if they have a direct link. If they have a direct link, then all I care is that the check happens. Yeah, if redeem, but I still do need to make sure the errors line up in the right order. Okay, so check happens, and then must fresh is going to happen after the general check. So, but I want to be able to guarantee. Okay, in the case that the check passes, okay, so this one is bad. This one is more than just invalid or expired. This is tried too many times. So I kind of want to bring tried too many times up to the top, because that's one that is actually a bad negative indicator. Okay. What's the other one that's a this is a positive confirmed you did something wrong. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Because if you go through the redeem flow and you've got the correct code now and you're logged in, then it doesn't matter if this was maxed out in some other way. And I kind of prefer max attempts. Let me go look at this again. Or let me just go look at the account of attempts. Where am I counting attempts? Sorry, this is just one of those things where it's tough. So I'm going to be tracking attempts plus equals 1, and I'm going to set code retry. Okay, so here's another bit that I need to double check on. So if we have success and something's not fresh, that's different than if it fails. So basically, okay, this is wrong. So what I want to do is say if if success, sure, we can do this. Okay, so I need to somehow distinguish the code is valid, but the time is not valid. What is the best way to do this? This is so frustrating to think through. Okay, I think I'm going to pass through success here. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet, but I'm just thinking it through. Let me think. I really think I need 2 code paths. Maybe I'm just thinking about this wrong. Maybe I don't need a redeem. Maybe this should not even be in that flow at all. Maybe that's my problem, is I'm trying to force something. So back to the Zen of Python, simple is better than complex. Complex is better than complicated. What I'm doing now may indeed be something that is just complicated, because I'm going in with the assumption that I need to use this redeem function. And maybe that's not the right way to go about it. Maybe what I need to look at instead is, do we already have a check here? It's exposed. Yeah, we do.
Hey, homeboy,
What's up?
are you coming?
For what?
For what? Dinner time.
Oh, yeah.
You said 45 minutes. It's been 55.
Well, yeah, I wasn't keeping track of time.
Well, I am.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. All right, well, I'm off for dinner. So I'll have to figure this out on the flip side. So thanks for joining in. If you liked it, consider giving a like. If you follow, sub, all the things. And I'll catch you later. So with that said, I am out. Adios.